Hi, another day from Bordo's kitchen. So today I'm going to make that dish which I started Bordo's kitchen journey with. I'm talking 2004. For the first time I was cooking outside of my mother's kitchen. I remember it was kind of a weekend. Yash was with me. He was 4 years, turning 5-ish at that point in time, but not yet. And he wanted to have, we were watching Yen Can Cook, a very famous Taiwanese chef who had his own show to be shown in the local TV channel called Yen Can Cook. And he said, can we do something like that, a Chinese chicken? And that's what I tried. That was the first time where, I really got, I always wanted into cooking, but that is, I would call the first dish that I made for Yash from Bordo's kitchen. So here, to my son Yash, this is dedicated to you. The first dish I ever made, in terms of cooking, a kind of a culinary dish, if you will. Just a correction, I've always cooked even before 2004, but this was one dish I think that triggered the whole, me going into Bordo's kitchen. It took me about 14 years to start that, but that's how it began. So let me take you through the ingredients. Very simple. You got chicken, breast piece cut into bite size. These are the 3 spices that go in: Schezuan peppercorn, fennel seeds, coriander. I'm going to grind them into a rough grind. And these are the ingredients you got here: onion, kind of sliced out into chunks, yellow and red bell pepper, Shitake mushrooms, taken about 8 of them, sliced in half, and garlic. Right, I'm just going to put them as is, nothing else. So that's the dish, and with that, I'm going to use soya sauce just to bring that flavor out. Light soya sauce. You can use a little bit of a tablespoon of dark with light. It's fine. So this is it. I'm going to come back and take the cooking through. So here, one thing I forgot was 2 ingredients. This is ginger sliced thinly, and the other one is these dry red chilies from Schezuan again. Take them as whole, don't slice it up and all, that's what goes in. And here I have heated up about 3 tablespoons of normal vegetable oil. This is Chinese cooking, so no mustard oil, right? So I'm going to put the ginger in, put the garlics in, and put the dried red chili in. Now, one of the things you have to remember in this dish is, because I'm using shiitake mushroom, right, it's going to ooze water as well. So be very careful with regards to how much water you put, because shiitake mushroom is high in water. So I'm going to just fry this. If you can come here, this is done. It's a very, very simple dish to cook, and that's what I like about it. I'm going to add these 2 medium-sized onion, which I've cut into chunks. That goes in, and I missed that. So that goes in, and at this stage, as usual, I'll put some salt, and I'll basically bring them into a light brown fry. Remember, this is Chinese cooking, so light bright brown, kind of brownish, not very dark brown, just to saute them a bit. And then, as that happens, I'm going to add the chicken. You can hear the crackling noise of the onion. The onion is kind of translucent. At this, I'm going to add the chicken, and I'm going to fry the chicken a bit, with the spices. And again, at this stage, I'm going to put a little bit more salt. Right. So I'm going to fry this for a minute, and then add the spices. Stage, I have coarse ground the 3 spices, so I'm just going to add about 2.5 or 3 teaspoons of the spices, and I'm going to lower the flame a bit because I don't want the spices to get burned. And at this stage is where I'm going to add the soya sauce, the light soya sauce. And we'll be careful with the salt, because the soya comes with the salt as well. Start my timer, 22 minutes to cook. So while that's happening, I'm going to add a little bit of hot water. right? Again, remember, I'm cooking on a thick iron pan, which means the water will not ooze, and I'm going to add, the water will not dry up, and I'm going to add shiitake mushroom later. So what I'm going to do now is just let it go for about 10 minutes in this, and then I come back and add the rest of the ingredients. So this has been cooking for about 10 minutes. I don't want to overcook it. At this stage, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the red and yellow bell pepper, kind of adds, and the mushroom I'm going to add. So I'm going to let this cook on this for the next 5 minutes at the same temperature, and then come back and put the mushroom really at the end. The last 3 minutes is where I put the mushrooms. Because if you put the mushrooms too far, it's going to get really overcooked and get soggy. Okay, so I've got about 7 minutes to go. I generally cook my chicken breast about 20 minutes for this. So this is looking good. At this stage, I'm just going to add the mushroom. You always add the mushroom at the end so that, you know, it doesn't get overcooked. So here it is, the mushroom. And remember, the mushroom is going to ooze water as I cover it. So mix it up well. And at this stage, I'll do a little bit of salt test before I take the last 5 minutes into it. Perfect. The salt test is perfect. So I'm going to just cover it up and let it cook for the remaining 7 minutes. All done. And that was my first Chinese chicken dish that I cooked in 2004. It kind of triggered the idea for Bordo's Kitchen. 6 minutes to go, the dish is done, and that's it. Till we come back from Bordo's Kitchen the next time round.